Halloween is almost here, guys, so I wanted to go out to some of my stores to see what Halloween Funko Pops I can find. I'm obviously gonna go out to the stores and show off some other new pops as well. And without any further ado, guys, let's get it started. Here we go. I'm gonna start things off at Barnes & Noble. I remember seeing the Goosebumps Pops here. Obviously, we've seen them a couple of times here at the store. There's a couple that I am still missing, so I didn't pick them up because the box condition wasn't the best, but maybe we'll see if they got a restock. And I can actually think of another place that might have the Goosebump Pops as well, but let's head in and see what they got. Right at their pop section, guys, I did notice that they had a couple of things that I was looking for, but we'll get to that here in a second. We have the Blacklight Chucky, looking at Halloween related stuff. There is the Honda Mask. I picked up this one a couple of weeks ago, so it is cool to see that they got a little bit of a restock. We also have Attack of the Mutant, which is another one that I picked up a little bit ago as well, looking for that, the Living Dummy and also the hair. We also have the Dream right here from the Sandman. Never seen this one before, guys. You'll have to let me know if you've seen the Sandman stuff. If it's a good show to watch, let me know down below. Night of the Living Dummy, they did have a restock, so 100% I am gonna pick this one up for sure. And also Bad Hair Day, so better boxes means, you know, I gotta add these to the collection for sure. So it was cool that they had both of those. They also had Buffy Pops, guys. Speaking of Halloween horror related stuff, that whole set of 4 is really fun for sure. They have some great pops that they've remade, guys, for, I think it's an anniversary of Buffy, I believe. But yeah, definitely gonna pick up these 2 right here. And then over in their little Loungefly backpack section, guys, this Loungefly of the Haunted Mask Goosebumps right here is really cool, and it has a little thing on the back that says "Reader beware, you're in for a scare." That's a fun little detail, but there you go. All right, a couple solid Halloween pickups for sure from Barnes & Noble. We're gonna head to our next store. Might be Target, I'm not sure yet. So I'm not at Target, I actually find myself at Burlington Coat Factory. And surprisingly, guys, they actually have a decent amount of stock of Funko stuff. I wonder if they're getting in like things for Christmas. But as far as Halloween related things go, I don't know. E.T. is sort of Halloween related, I guess. But we got Gertie right there. E.T. in disguise is always a classic one for sure. Got a couple of different things up here. I mean, you have this Pennywise figure, not Funko related, but definitely Halloween related. Speaking of other Halloween related things, guys, we have Handmade by Robots Elvira and Buffalo Bill with Precious from Silence of the Lambs. That's kind of crazy. But one thing that I did notice, guys, right behind me is an interesting exclusive, guys. Zavi exclusive Superman and Lois flying. They've only got it for $8.99. That's a great deal in my opinion. This came out, I think, like 2 years ago, potentially. But if you're looking for this one, guys, $8.99, nothing to sneeze at. That's a pretty good deal. But it looks like they also have like a Queen album. We'll probably see a bunch of different like album related pops, the, you know, the bigger ones. Oh, there you go. There's a bigger pop right there, guys. We got Trap Jaw, and they want $14.99 for it. That's actually not bad. I think normally the bigger size pops are $30. Then a couple of random things over here, guys. You got Bella Porch. You have a Shazam comic cover as well. And then, ooh, one of the Iron Man Model 4s right here. Okay, that's pretty cool. One of the Hall of Armor ones, I should say. And also not quite Funko related, guys, but the Big Lebowski Little People, if you're looking for those, that's pretty funny. They're only $10 here. Kind of interesting that they made this line, or at least this movie, into Little People. It's a Fisher-Price toy for like, you know, a more adult movie. It's kind of interesting to me. But anyways, nothing that I really want to buy, but they have a good chunk of stuff here, guys. Definitely check your Burlington. Okay, I psyched you out again, guys. We're actually here at the mall, not at Target. We'll eventually get there. But I am going to hit up the 4 stores that do have pops that are in here, guys. Look for Halloween-related things. Obviously, new stuff is on the board as well. We'll check that out. Let's head on in and see what they got. Entertainmart was the first store right up front, guys. I wasn't really noticing anything Halloween-related. I mean, Jack Skellington, maybe the Joker, I guess. But Snoopy and Woodstock on the pumpkin, guys. For $35, I think I'm going to pass on that, but that would be a great one to add to the collection. I do love the Peanuts pops for sure. And then a couple of other things, Universal Monsters, Gage and Church as well. Definitely, you know, some spookier pops for sure. And then over here in their other section, guys, of like traded in pops right here, I did notice that they had a Marty McFly for $8, and it was one of the original ones, guys, from 2014. Too bad that that box was really faded. That would have been a great deal at $8 for sure. And I think somebody sold in their same collection because this Thor was definitely really color faded as well. I'm not quite sure how that gets that way. Maybe it was displayed in a window, who knows, but they had tons of Halloween stuff, guys. Twilight Zone, I do have the narrator. It's on the back right there. I don't have the Gremlin in my collection, but like I said, I do have the narrator. Tons, like just chock full of Halloween pops. We have Diablo. That was a new one that I hadn't seen, guys, so I figured I'd show that off. Definitely a spooky one for sure. Over in their out-of-box section over here, they had a Maleficent pop, which is an older one, guys, that I don't feel like I've seen ever in person from 2014. They had it at $8. I think like with a box, it probably goes for about $35. But yeah, showing off the year on there. An older pop for sure, so it's fun to see that. Heading on down the way to Go Games, they had a Jack Skellington, and looks like this is an original Jack restock. I think they've restocked this one a couple different times, but I did notice, guys, on the bottom of all of these different pops, there's another Mickey Mouse Halloween pop. Everything was priced at $15. I don't know if that's a new thing for Go Games, but even their common stuff was at 15 bucks. They had a haunted mask right here, which I already have the Barnes & Noble exclusive, so I feel like I don't need this common one, but I did notice that they had some of the specialty series tails, which does have a chase, and I did find one in my last video, but it looks like they had two just regular ones chilling up there. And then I noticed a headless horseman. Speaking of Halloween related pops, that was pretty awesome to see. Heading on down the escalator, guys, over to Box Lunch. They did have some of the Simpsons pops, which I picked up in my last video. A new Bart, which I think the design on this one looks great. I am still looking for Martin that's on the back right there, so we'll have to see if we can find that one. Wanted to show this one off because I thought it looked cool. I don't know much about Yu-Gi-Oh, but the Cyber Dragon pop looks fantastic in my opinion. And then they had another Chucky, so we had to show that off. Speaking of Halloween related pops, and on the back counter, guys, they had a little Chase surprise. I wasn't expecting that, so you know me, we gotta pick it up. Well, folks, Box Lunch had quite the surprise. We'll talk about it a little bit more when I get home, but we're here over at Hot Topic. We'll see if they've got anything good. Hot Topic was loaded, guys, with new stuff, and there was some good, like, little surprises here and there. We'll get to that, but they had a Valentine's Chucky. I had no idea that they even had this set of Tiffany and Chucky, some new Valentine stuff. They also had the new meme SpongeBob, you know, SpongeBob heading out. So I definitely have to get this one, and it's a bigger box for sure. I did not expect it to be that big, but definitely an add to my SpongeBob collection for sure. Looking around, guys, Miles Morales, we did find that Chase over at Box Lunch. So I figured if they just got him in, they would have a Chase too, right? So I did a little bit of discovery, and what do you know? They had a Chase right there in the back, as you can see. And then while I was grabbing it, they had another, guys. So I've seen 3 of the same Chase in back-to-back stores. Isn't that crazy? But I'm going to leave these for somebody else. I don't need all of these, guys. Give Chase luck to somebody else. I only need the one that I got at Box Lunch. But if you want to see some of the other really cool Spider-Man pops that they had, the symbiote suit Spider-Man, I don't know if these are comic related or from the Spider-Man game. You'll have to let me know. CHASES, I've never seen that one before, but I bet that would make a great blacklight pop. They also had their exclusive Five Nights at Freddy's Withered Golden Freddy. I know a lot of people were really excited about this pop, so looks like my Hot Topic just got them in. We have Spider-Man Fear Itself suit. I bet the glow on that one actually looks pretty cool. Love how he's got the little stand behind him, so he's got that nice jumping dynamic pose. They also had some of the new Jurassic World like fossil pops. And I gotta say, I think the detail on these look really great. They really don't look like Funko Pops to me, if you ask me, but we have the Tyrannosaurus right there as well. And just some fun stuff. Another pop that I didn't even know that they released, Baymax with heart hands. And then another one behind that I didn't even know I was releasing is the Santa Jack. Looks like this might be like a holiday, maybe a Black Friday Hot Topic exclusive of some sort. They did this last year as well. But tons of stuff, guys. Tons of really cool new things. 2 chases, well, 3 chases technically. Great stuff. Well, Hot Topic and Box Lunch were both great, guys. I will have to say, I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler. Found 3 of the same chase today, but ended up buying something else, so I would consider it a pretty good haul though. Okay, I finally made my way over to Target, guys, and I'm not really seeing anything particularly new. I love that Willy Wonka scented chocolate one right there. They do have a couple of the Universal Monsters pops if we're looking for Halloween-related things. Other than that, I'm not really noticing anything else that I really want to pick up or really show off to you other than those couple things. Because it seems to me like they have pretty much the same stuff that I saw last time. Still have some of the New York Comic-Con exclusives in here, like the Buggy the Clown. Bunch of different Biddy pops as well. I don't know if I've ever seen the Pixar Biddy pops. If you're looking for those, Target's got them. But yeah, folks, I think I'm gonna call it here at Target. Even though you guys have been anticipating it and I teased it coming here, there really wasn't much, unfortunately. So I think this ended up being almost like more like regular pop video rather than Halloween, but I still did pick up some Halloween stuff. Mind you, I did pick up 2 Goosebumps pops from Barnes & Noble, guys, in the form of Bad Hair Day and also Night of the Living Dummy. All right, I'll show off this one first, guys. Night of the Living Dummy. I want to say that the dummy's name is Slappy. You know, from the books, from the TV show, and from from the most recent movies. I think there's 2 of them. Gotta say, this pop turned out really cool for sure. And Bad Hair Day, I would say, is just as classic as Slappy is. So now, out of all the different Goosebumps pops, guys, that I have the Haunted Mask, I also have the Attack of the Mutant, and then obviously these 2 right here. But overall, great adds to the collection, guys. Very nostalgic for me. I love Goosebumps, and it was pretty cool that they made these new pops. All right, next up, guys, Box Lunch had a surprise for me. Didn't end up picking up anything Halloween over there. They didn't have a ton of stuff, but they had a Chase sitting on their counter, which made me think, I'm like, had it been sitting there all day? Probably, but this is the Miles Morales Iron Spider Chase. And I'll be 100% honest, guys, I forgot that there was even a Chase of this pop. There's a bunch of new Spider-Man pops that released. I mean, I showed them off in the video, but you can see a bunch of them on the back right there. But yeah, I had kind of forgot that there was a Chase of this guy. This is definitely a really cool one. I still have a good amount of Spider-Man pops, guys, like right behind the camera is where I display them. And if I can pick up a fun Chase variant of something, I might as well do it. And it was crazy to me, guys, that, you know, Box Lunch had this one and Hot Topic had 2 other ones, which blows my mind. I wonder how long that they've been sitting there. Maybe just, I don't know, maybe people didn't want them or they were ignoring them. Who knows? And finally, guys, from Hot Topic, probably my favorite pickup, and it's a lot bigger than I expected it to be. This is the SpongeBob SquarePants SpongeBob Heads Out meme moment. Wow, that was a mouthful. I said a lot there. But I gotta say, this is a really fun pop. I collect all of the different SpongeBob pops, so I knew I had to get this one. Obviously, you know, this comes from an older episode, but it was turned into a meme, and that's kind of what it's more known for. On the back, it kind of gives you a good reference of what, you know, the meme is based off of. But it's interesting to me that this box is so giant. I think they could have maybe done it in a way where they could fit it in a normal size pop box. Maybe not. I mean, with the figure and the couch and everything, maybe they couldn't fit it in. But in case you guys are wondering, normally this is priced at $22.90. I had $5 in credit and I price matched online and got it for 20% off. So this ended up being about like 14 bucks, which was a little bit better than 22 in my opinion. But there you have it, folks. There was everything that I found in my recent Funko Pop hunt. Like I said, tried to make it Halloween, but it ended up kind of being 50-50. We saw a lot of new stuff. Let me know in the comment section below what you would have picked up, guys, if you went on this hunt with me. Also, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching again. You guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind to one another. Always promote positivity. I'll see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.